silver tongues, heard sweet words that came undone. I've been kissed with empty promises and left when storms begun. But you came without thunder, no disguise behind your eyes. You just stood there calm and steady, and your love never lied. You didn't dress it up in roses, you didn't sell me any dreams. You gave me something solid in a world that tore its seams. Your love never lied, it never had to shout to shine, never wore a mask or played with time. You held me when I cried, when truth was all I had to hide. You looked right through the shame and stayed by my side. Your love never lied. I've known hearts that come and go like shadows on the floor. They said the right things perfectly, then vanished through the door. But you never chased perfection, you just showed me you were real. And you taught me how it's healing when love lets you truly feel. No need for fancy phrases, no curtain in between. You gave me love that listens and a place to finally lean. Your love never lied, it never faded with the tide, never turned when doubts would rise. You walked the hardest mile with no applause but quiet pride. You didn't run from broken skies, you stayed through the fight. Your love never lied. When I doubted who I was, you reminded me with grace that I was worth the quiet battles you never threw in my face. You didn't rescue with illusion or paint gold over my pain. You just offered me a truth that never once felt like a chain. So many said they loved me, but their eyes told different tales. Only yours matched every word in winds and midnight gales. Your love never lied, it never begged to be defined. It just stood there strong and kind. It broke no vow, it told no tale. It carried me when I had failed. You didn't need to be glorified, you just loved.
I've seen love wrapped in sugar, but bitter underneath. I've kissed the lips of fire that only burn me when I breathe. So many said forever, but walked out when things got real. Till you came without pretending and taught me how love feels. You didn't sell me heaven or try to play a part. You lit a quiet fire that warmed my frozen heart. There's no smoke in this flame, no lies hiding in your name. Just a fire that burns true, soft and steady me and you. You don't play the cruel game, you don't dance around the shame. You're real, you're brave, you never blame. There's no smoke in this flame. I used to flinch at comfort, thought peace would always fade. But you moved like truth in silence, and my doubts just fell away. You didn't promise always, you just showed up every day. and your love became the shelter where my ghosts had no say. You never needed drama to prove what we became. You just kept the fire burning without a hint of shame. There's no smoke in this flame, no masks, no need to tame. Just your heartbeat close to mine in the stillness of the time. You never needed fame or a perfect picture frame. You gave love an honest name. There's no smoke in this flame. I've walked through wildfires, choking on the ash, but this is different. This love will always last. It doesn't blind, it doesn't burn. It just teaches me to yearn for something deep, something sane. A fire with no smoke, no pain. You never had to shout to let your love be known. You just lit the dark inside me, and I finally felt home. There's no smoke in this flame, no hidden wounds, no blame. Just a truth I hold so dear. Every time you're standing near, you love without a claim, without the games that bring shame. This fire's got nothing to tame. There's no smoke in this flame. So let it burn, let it shine, with no shadows left to name. We're alive, we're unafraid, 'cause there's no smoke in this flame. You came like dawn on a sleepless night, soft and slow with no need to fight. No thunder in your footsteps, no fire behind your smile. Just the kind of quiet kindness that makes staying worth the while. I've been chasing all the wrong things and losing parts of me, but then you touched my chaos and let my soul breathe free. No promises carved in stone, no vows we couldn't keep, just hearts that found each other in the stillness, in the deep. You're as pure as the morning rain, falling soft on broken plains. You don't try to shine or sway, you just love in your own way. No rush, no loud refrain, just healing me again and again. You don't need to explain, you're as pure as the morning rain. I built walls from old regrets, told myself this is as good as it gets, but your silence broke those fences more than words could ever do. You never needed reasons, just showed up and stayed true. You didn't chase the glory, didn't need a crown or stage. You simply stood beside me and loved me through my rage. You never lit the sky with fire, but you warmed my frozen veins. And you never needed power to wash away my stains. You're as pure as the morning rain, falling soft on broken plains. You don't try to shine or sway, you just love in your own way. No rush, no loud refrain, just healing me again and again. You don't need to explain, you're as pure as the morning rain. All the storms I used to run from now feel quiet in your arms. You didn't promise no more heartache, but you swore you'd do no harm. And that's more than gold to someone who forgot how to believe. Now I wake up with your whisper and a will I won't let leave. You didn't shout your love, you breathed it in my bones. And I finally understood what it means to be home. Thought as pure as the morning rain, soothing scars I can't explain. You don't wear love like a chain, you just let it fall unchained. Now every part of me remains alive inside your simple name. You're the peace I couldn't name, you're as pure as the morning rain. Yeah, you're pure as the morning rain. You walked into my silence like sunlight through the blinds. No mask, no second chances, just truth in your tender eyes. I was tired of all the shadows the love used to leave behind, but you held me like a promise with no reason to hide. You didn't ask for perfection, just a heart that could stay. And I gave you all my scars, but you love them anyway. This is love without a stain, no hidden pain, no games to play. You never tried to change what I was too scared to say. You washed away the past with every word you didn't fake. Now I know how real it feels to be loved with no mistake. I was dancing with my demons until your grace cut in. Every lie I once believed in broke like glass beneath your wind. You never dressed love in drama, you never painted it gold. You gave me peace with your presence and warmth that won't grow cold. You were looking for a hero, just someone who'd remain. And I stood inside your silence till I heard you call my name. This is love without a stain, no hidden pain, no games to play. You never tried to change what I was too scared to say. You washed away the past with every word you didn't fake. Now I know how real it feels to be loved with no mistake. I was dancing with my demons until your grace cut in. Every lie I once believed in broke like glass beneath your wing. You never dressed love in drama, you never needed to restrain. Now I stand here unafraid in your love without a stake. No lipstick lies, no midnight cries, no walking out and slamming doors. Just open skies and lullabies like I've never known before. No twisted rules, no shattered tools, no battle left to win. Just me and you with something true that's clean beneath the skin. Break down. Love meant bleeding, but you taught me it could breathe. You never asked me to be perfect, you just asked me not to leave. This is love without a stain, no desperate need to explain. You held my soul in place when I was drifting in the rain. And now every step I take feels like coming home again. Cause your heart taught mine how to love without a stain. Yeah, yeah, your heart taught mine how to love without a stain. I was used to muddy waters where love was thick with lies, sweet on the surface but poison hid behind the eyes. I walked through smoky hallways of promises turned to pain. I forgot how love should feel till your truth broke through the rain. You didn't come with thunder, didn't shine like some parade. You just showed me quiet kindness and a heart that never strayed. In your heart I found clean love. No disguise, no push, no shove. You didn't try to change my name. In a heart that never strayed. In your heart I found clean love. No disguise, no push, no shove. You didn't try to change my name. You loved me through my shame. No guilt, no fear to rise above. No battles, just to feel enough. You gave what I was dreaming of. In your heart I found clean love. You don't love me for illusion. You don't love me for the show. You see all my confusion, but you still refuse to go. You didn't need to save me or rewrite the songs I wrote. You just sang along beside me and held the heavy notes. I never knew what peace was till you smiled without a cost. In a world that trades affection, your love never got lost. In your heart I found clean love. No stains of power, pride or bluff. You don't need to own or claim. You just stay through joy and flame. You don't need to rise above to prove the depth of what you're made of. You simply are the soul of clean love. I've been touched by hands that bruised and kissed by lips that used. But you held me like I wasn't broken. You spoke like truth unspoken. You let the silence speak aloud to prove the depth of what you're made of. Break down, I'd ask you to love me without stain. You just did it, like sunlight after too much rain. In your heart I found clean love. The kind that doesn't scream or shove. The kind that's patient, deep and kind. That doesn't need to read my mind. You gave me room, you gave me grace. You held my soul in a quiet place. No more running, no more bluff. In your heart I found clean love. Yeah, in your heart, where shadows disappear above, I finally found clean love. With flowers, didn't speak in polished lines. You came with quiet power and eyes that matched your signs. You didn't ask for stories or a version I rehearsed. You just sat there in my silence and let my heart speak first. You never needed reasons or proof of who I was. You just held me in the moment and gave your love because there was nothing to hide, just love. No curtain drawn, no push, no shove. You saw me raw and didn't run. You stayed beneath the setting sun. No games, no master lies above. No sweet illusion to speak of. With you I'm more than enough. Nothing to hide, just love. I bore my shame like armor, built from years I can't forget. You still hearts that came with warnings and emotions steeped in death.
but you opened up your shelter with no lock and no demand. You just gave without condition and took my trembling hand. No need for decoration, no lies to hold it tight, just the comfort of your presence that made the wrong feel right. There was nothing to hide, just love. No questions stacked, no skies above. You didn't probe, you didn't pry, you just wiped the worry dry. No promises you had to prove, just the way you gently moved right into my heart like a dove. Nothing to hide, just love. I used to think love had to hurt to feel like it was real, but you showed me how it works when it simply helps you heal. No twisted words, no silent tests, no late night second guess. You loved me from a place so true, it taught me how to love you too. You didn't love the version I showed the world each day. You loved the one behind the curtain and chose to stay. There was nothing to hide, just love. No false alarms, no push to shove. You walked in slow with open hands and stayed when no one understands. No drama, no disguise above, just warmth I never dreamed of. This is what real hearts are made of. Nothing to hide, just love. Yeah, with you I finally rise above, 'cause there's nothing to hide, just love.
Walking through the rooms of a heart that had no flame. Every smile felt like fiction, every touch just played a game. I forgot what peace could feel like, I forgot what truth could be. Then you came like quiet thunder, then you sat right next to me. You didn't ask about my story, didn't try to make it right. You just held my broken silence like a candle in the night. You gave me the kind of love that heals, no pressure, no demands, no deals. You didn't try to fix the pain, you just stood with me in the rain. You let the tears fall down like grace, you never turned away your face. Now I believe what love reveals, you are the kind of love that heals. Never spoke in perfect lines, didn't preach, didn't pretend. You just listened like a river that knows how every flood will end. You didn't rush to pull me forward or push the past away. You let my scars keep breathing while loving me anyway. There was no need for explanation, no need to wear a mask. You loved me without question and never had to ask. You gave me the kind of love that heals with every silent strength you feel. You never tried to make me whole, you just stood beside my soul. You let the darkness speak its name and lit a light without a flame. You taught me wounds can turn to fields with the kind of love that heals. Medicine, not every word is true, but everything you gave to me was cleaner than the dew. You didn't save me like a hero, you saved me like a friend. You didn't fight my battles, you just stayed until the end. I didn't know love could be this calm, could be this still, this deep. You didn't shout it through the thunder, You just love me in my sleep. You gave me the kind of love that heals beyond the surface, past the steel. You didn't write it on the wall, you carved it in my quiet fall. And now I rise not to impress, but just to love you back no less. You showed me what is truly real, the kind of love that heals. Yeah, you are the kind of love that heals. Yeah. You are the kind of love. I've seen love wear a disguise, dressed in words that hypnotize, smiling sweet but hiding scars, leaving bruises in the dark. But you came with nothing covered, no rehearsed and polished lines, just a voice that broke the silence and a heart that matched your eyes. You didn't promise heaven, you didn't swear we'd never fall. You just stood in front of me and gave nothing fake at all. This is where love walks in truth. No gold, no gloss, just something smooth. No need to fake, no mask to wear. You just show up fully there. In your arms there's no excuse, no polished game, no tight excuse. You're the proof, raw and uncouth. This is where love walks in truth. You don't love me by pretending, you don't hide when the tears flow. You don't fix what I'm defending, you just stay and let it grow. There's no script inside your silence, no performance in your care. You don't need a perfect moment to remind me you are there. You don't rescue like a savior, you don't shine and make me see. You just love me like a mirror that reflects the real me. This is where love walks in truth. No gold, no gloss, just something smooth. No need to fake, no mask to wear. You just show up fully there. This is where love walks in truth. No gold, no gloss, just something smooth. No need to fake, no mask to wear. You just show up fully there. In your arms there's no excuse, no polished game, no tight excuse. You're the proof, raw and uncouth. This is where love walks in truth. You don't love me by pretending, you don't hide when the tears flow. You don't fix what I'm defending, you just stay and let it grow. There's no script inside your silence, no performance in your care. You don't need a perfect moment to remind me you are there. You don't rescue like a savior, you don't shine to make me see. You just love me like a mirror that reflects the realest me. There's no script inside your silence, no performance in your care. You don't need a perfect moment to remind me you are there. You don't rescue like a savior, you don't shine to make me see. You don't shine to make me see. You just love me, you are there. You just love me, you are me. Reflects the realest me. They're not flawless, we're not clean. We both broke in what we mean, but still we choose, we still remain. Not for thrill, not for pain. It's not perfect, but it's ours. Let all the unseen hours where we whisper without shame and don't need someone to blame. You never said you'd fix me, just stay on the other side. Something lived and something earned. I'm glad we've learned. You don't run, you don't seduce. You just give an excuse. This is love, honest and smooth. Where love walks in truth. Yeah, I found you where love walks. Didn't knock with flowers, didn't speak in polished lines. You came with quiet power and eyes that matched your signs. You didn't ask for stories or a version I rehearsed. You just sat there in my silence and let my heart speak first. You never needed reasons or proof of who I was. You just held me in the moment and gave your love because there was nothing to hide, just love. No curtain drawn, no push, no shove. You saw me raw and didn't run. You stayed beneath the setting sun. No games, no mask to rise above. No sweet illusion to speak of. With you I'm more than enough. Nothing to hide, just love. I've worn my shame like armor, built from years I can't forget. Used to hearts that came with warnings and emotions steeped in debt. But you opened up your shelter with no lock and no demand. You just gave without condition and took my trembling hand. No need for decoration, no lies to hold it tight. Just the comfort of your presence that made the wrong feel right. There was nothing to hide, just love. No questions stacked, no skies above. You didn't probe, you didn't pry. You just wiped the worry dry. No promises you had to prove. Just the way you gently moved right into my heart like a dove. Nothing to hide, just love. I used to think love had to hurt to feel like it was real. But you showed me how it works when it simply helps you heal. No twisted words, no silent tests, no late night second guess. You loved me from a place so true. It taught me how to love you too. You didn't love the version I showed the world each day. You loved the one behind the curtain and chose to stay. There was nothing to hide, just love. No false alarms, no push to shove. You walked in slow with open hands and stayed when no one understands. No drama, no disguise above. Just warmth I never dreamed of. This is what real hearts are made of. Nothing to hide, just love. Yeah, with you I finally rise above. 'Cause there's nothing to hide, just love. Like thunder, didn't light the sky on fire. You just showed up on a Tuesday with no script and no desire. You didn't say you'd fix me or erase my bitter past. You just poured a cup of silence and proved that real love lasts. No need to paint it bright, no need to make it right. You love me in my darkness as if it were the light. This is a love that needs no excuses, no desperate lines, no clever uses, no cover-up for days gone wrong, no blame to carry for too long. It doesn't beg, it doesn't bruise, it stands its ground and doesn't lose. It's not afraid of truth or bruises. It's a love that needs no excuses. You don't ask for explanations when I drift or fade away. You don't question all my silence. You just stay. You always stay. You don't fight to win a moment or keep score of who gave more. You just hold the space between us like it's what this heart is for. There's nothing left to cover, no shame we have to hide. Just two hearts leaning honest on the edge of nothing to divide. This is a love that needs no excuses, no alibis, no words that lose us. You don't dress it up in pride, you just stand there by my side. It doesn't fold when tested hard, it doesn't flinch, it bears the scars. It doesn't need to prove it chooses. It's a love that needs no excuses. I've known loves that wore armor, that hid behind I'm fine. But you love like water, soft but stronger every time. You don't wait for me to be perfect, you don't walk when I break down. You just wrap your calm around me like roots wrap the ground. Break down. You don't say I love you, but you just love me as I am. And in that quiet acceptance, I finally understand. This is a love that needs no excuses, no hiding place, no tight excuses. You hold me through the coldest days without needing me to change. It doesn't twist, it doesn't fuse, it simply gives and lets me choose. It's honest, warm, and never loses. A love that needs no excuses. Yeah, no rehearsed lines, no disguises, just me and you. And a love that never compromises. A love that needs no excuses.